Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the Damn Music Show. I'm Micah Wagner. This is Darren Dreyowitz. Darren, kind of an off-the-cuff oddball here today. What are we doing?
The Paul brothers, man, Jake and Logan, right? Or we're just doing Jake today?
I think we're just doing Jake. I saw a video, I saw the word Paul, and I saw, I have to do this. So I don't know
They
what's
are
going to
they are
happen, but I couldn't
YouTube
stop.
stars.
YouTube's, I mean, they're
So
past that now. They're both very famous now, but
right,
the origin for sure.
yeah. The origin, the older brother Logan was the first star. He's got like 25 million subscribers. We're just a little bit behind him. I think he's number one in YouTube. We're number two.
You think
I
if we
think.
boxed each other, we'd have a chance, Darren?
Ooh, yes, good idea. Let's do that.
You got the muscle and the reach. I got the speed and the limberness.
I can box for about half a round.
Nice.
I think
Well,
I
that'll be
think
it.
rounds are 3 minutes long. I can go a minute and a half.
Well, I think these guys are getting paid like 525 million a round. So if we could make half of 5 million, I'd be down, Darren. Who's
That's right.
watching? Okay. Well, jokes aside, let's watch the video. I have no idea what's happening. I have no idea. So we're gonna just give it a go.
I know I got dressed up for today's video.
You look so pretty, Bill Belichick. Well done.
Thank
Here
you.
we go.
All gas like propane.
Oh,
Dana, once you lay off all that cocaine.
oh, so
Wait,
the cocaine.
I didn't see that. Hang on. What did that say? The offenses are fictitious and should not be taken as factual reporting.
because he accused Dana White, the boss of UFC,
Uh-huh.
of taking cocaine, and then so
Okay.
he's in a feud with UFC boss Dana White.
So it's going to be
And
about that? Is that what's going to happen?
that's I heard the word cocaine, so I think he's setting gasoline to this fire.
Okay, he's getting the gloves on. Let's see what happens.
He's taking the gloves off.
Yeah.
This is a 3-fight deal.
Oh.
$12K a fight. Now, you will be risking your life, but if you keep on winning, you could be rich like McGregor.
So what about long-term health care?
Don't worry about that right now. Just sign on the dotted line, or no one's gonna know who you are.
See,
Little advocacy happening right here.
So that guy is playing the Dana White role. This is the UFC's criticism is they don't take care of their
make all the money.
fighters.
Never read the contracts. We got her locked up for life. Yeah.
That one coming out of the gate strong, man.
Motherfucker.
We're tired of you treating fighters like this.
You greedy bald bitch. Look at your board. Raise pay-per-view prices and pay fighters less? You're sweating like a pig. It's time to put an end to this shit, Dana. Now everybody from the UFC, put your motherfucking hands up and follow me. Yeah. Now everybody from the UFC, let's go. Put your motherfucking hands up and follow me. Let's go. Dana. Yeah. Fuck Dana.
I mean, that sounds pretty clear to me.
What do you think this is about?
I'm so odd. I have no idea. Really vague.
First of all, Masvidal, you ain't rich. 50 fights for 5 mil, that ain't shit. Underpaid fights, where the healthcare rights? Got them risking all their lives and they can't quit.
Coming out hot.
Big bags, that's the shit I came with. I like having money conversations. All that little Stockton shit is cool, but that list got me thinking, do you speak a different language? All the greatness speaking for itself, boy. All you fighters just a bunch of shelf toys. Dana, why don't you let them off the leash? Let them come and make some breach. Why you try to fuck the Nelk boys? Walked in on demon time. Dana, it's a lot I know you keep inside. You be on my dick like you don't got a wife and kids. Put your focus on them hookers that you try to hide. In a Maybach seat,
Did he
you find
just
it.
hang on? Did he
Knock out
just
all the
accuse her of being with hookers?
Wait, this is why they have the disclaimer at the front, and it's like fictitious.
Yeah,
Don't
very
take it
fictitious.
seriously.
Listen to this line. Listen to this line.
You
But-
be on my dick like you don't got a wife and kids. Go put your focus on them hookers that you try to hide.
Seems pretty clear to me. He hasn't
Yeah.
really left anything in the gray zone.
Yeah, but of course, everybody that wants to believe this is not going to read the disclaimer at the beginning. Now, I bet there's a lawsuit coming, even despite that disclaimer.
Oh, yeah.
Defamation right here.
Oh, we got a
However,
lawsuit on the way.
I will tell you that because I'm going to a UFC fight in about 2 weeks with my son. This has been a long-standing criticism of Dana White and that organization. Both that organization, UFC, and WWE, they pay their fighters as 1099 employees. They're not. This is probably way more technical. they're not real fighters. They're not real employees with health care and benefits and things like that.
Right.
And most of the fighters, 90% of those fighters, don't get paid squiddly
Skiddly diddly doodly dats.
diddly doodle. Yeah,
Skittles and bits. Do they get
Dana
paid in
White,
Skittles?
Dana White has right up and said, "Hey, if you don't like it, you don't have to fight here. Go start your own company and figure out how to make money. We pay our fighters." He's unapologetic about it.
Wow.
And that's what this song's about.
Okay. Okay. For some reason, this is how little I know about the UFC, but I thought Dana White was a chick. Apparently, the UFC isn't that progressive, so it's not. Dana White's a guy.
He's a very aggressive, unapologetic Trump supporter, hardcore, old school man.
Go F yourself.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah, go F yourself. Business tactics. Well, let's keep going.
Yep.
This is obviously a bit of a message song, so let's see what happens.
There's no bit about it. There's straight up.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm gonna go ahead and break down the music behind this song. Just kidding. Let's proceed.
Right.
In the Maybach seats reclining. Knockout of the year, and I'ma keep inclining. Draco fighter box, the shit I tried, and he pussy it out, cause they know how I'm coming, so they keep on hiding. Dana lacking infrastructure. That bald bitch should have stayed a kickbox instructor. Since could be retired, you just cannot recover. You bankrupt. Fertitas went and pulled you out the dumpster. Dummy. All gas like propane. Dana, once you lay off all that cocaine. First he said my fights are fixing, now he say steroid shit. I'm really on an island eating lo mein. Chillin'. McGregor, I ain't seen you win in 5 years. You rich little weirdo, ugly ass veneers. Took so many losses, wound it up at VMAs. Trying to fight with MGK, no surprise here. Lamborghini boat, but your career is sinking. Really got me wondering what D is thinking. I ain't even dissing, now I'm really speaking. Wound it up in jail too many times without a liquor drinking. Fuck Dana, fuck Dana White, fuck Dana, fuck Dana White. They done got the prom child rapping now.
Hey,
About to witness Dana.
you think he released this this video prior to Mahomes' last game or after?
I don't know. I think he released this video for one reason and one reason
Yeah,
only. That is to make himself more famous. This obviously will be very talked about.
It's working.
There are two sides to this, and this kid covets controversy.
I mean, he is talking a wild amount of smack, and bringing Conor McGregor into it, bound to get more trash talking. He's probably just gunning to fight Conor. Is that the gist? Like, there's only one reason he's dropping that.
Conor will smack him into tomorrow in the first round. He's bringing Conor into it because Conor is the top star in UFC and very outspoken, and he's insane. Conor McGregor is straight up insane.
Oh,
He
yeah.
gets a lot of attention.
He's wild.
And Conor's, the character that's playing Dana White said, just sign here and you'll be able to make as much money as Conor. That's because Conor's got endorsement deals out the walls because of his bombastic behavior.
Oh, yeah. I thought. Well, we'll keep going. I thought Conor had lost some fights recently, but let's proceed. I'm so out of touch.
Now.
Right.
Thought this shit was funny when we started. Now it's quarterbacking money. I'm Mahomes the way I'm cashing out.
See what I'm saying?
Prom child rapping now.
You missed the last
You
game.
about to witness Dana tapping out. Thought this shit was funny when we started. Now it's quarterbacking money. I'm Mahomes the way I'm cashing out. Dana, pay your fighters more. Give them healthcare, you scumbag. I haven't met a single person who says anything good about you. I passed my drug test and you went silent. I'm keeping my foot on your neck until you tap, bitch. Stop raising your pay-per-view prices on the fans and not paying fighters more. Greedy, old, lonely, bald bitch.
Woo! Oh God! Come on. Hey guys, let me go ahead and break this down for you. It was very subtle, okay? Very nice texturing with the synths in the background. Beautiful pan flute as well. Lyrically speaking,
how often do you hear a pan flute?
Very, very subtle lyrical speaking in context. I think we should really break down the philosophical angle of this one, Darren.
I think this song is disjointed. I think our reaction is disjointed. If you're into UFC and this whole debacle, you will watch this video. If you're not, you failed a long time ago. So I guess we ought to just go all in. Listen, I actually appreciate his message. I go see UFC because my son loves it. He's too young to understand the sort of business controversy. I do think Dana White is a straight up jerk. I don't like him or what he does, but his product is fantastic, and I enjoy the fights in person. So yes, I support a guy I don't like, but nobody's putting the gun to the fighters' head. They know the condition, but the reputation that Jake Paul is talking about as Dana White is true. The ex-fighters, current fighters, all consistently say this about Dana White, and he says, "Too bad, don't work here if you don't like it." But
Yeah.
he's got a stranglehold on these people, and that's straight up. And Jake has got a very clear message about it. I think his rapping was mediocre.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Look, we live in an age where Logan Paul and Jake Paul can get a hook, create a YouTube channel, create some controversy, and make themselves famous and get themselves paid.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he's doing. I have absolutely no problem with it whatsoever. More power to those kids for, well, they're in their 20s now, but more power to those guys. If they get an audience, they do it. But this is remarkably easy to understand what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, we should underpay our people that get beaten to a living pulp and make sure they're not taken care of physically. No, sorry.
Stupid.
It's ridiculous.
I'm with Jake
And,
Paul.
they're making it. They're making so much money, and I'm a businessman as well as an artist. I get it. Running a business is not easy. I don't want to diminish the difficulties of running a business, but it's not even a conversation. It's not even a conversation. Like, take care of your employees or don't run a business. The same way they say, the problem is, man, and artists, you're like this too. Artists, if you're listening, there are a lot of people out there that will pay you well and take care of you. And you think every time you got to take those bad deals and those bad gigs. I'm here to tell you that Jake Paul's the world, me, a number of other artists, so many people I know have carved a life for themselves, not having to always take the bad deals. In this situation, it's brutal. They have them by a chokehold in the MMA. I mean, no pun intended. They really don't have a choice. What are they going to do? Go to like an offhand location and box in Scandinavia? So it's really sad.
There are competitors in MMA, like Bellator is one of them, but they don't get the top. They don't get the top status. Yep. I am going to a UFC fight in Houston on Saturday, February 12th, at UFC 267. Here's the thing. I'm not going to say it, but if I were to tell you, Micah, and the people watching, how much I paid for 2 tickets and 1 hotel room that is next door to the arena that we're staying at, you would fall out of your seat.
Can you tell me tell me the price of 1 ticket? Don't tell me the hotel.
I will tell you this, for what I'm paying for me and my son, for decent, not great, decent seats. An adult couple could go to Cancun for 2 or 3 nights.
How many people can get inside of a stadium for MMA?
Well, it's where the Houston Rockets play, so it's probably 20,000.
20,000
people, and it'll be sold out. And of course, when you get there, UFC will get a portion of the food and stuff like that too. And the old joke. I mean, you get a Coke for your kid; it's $4 for that. You get a personal pan pizza is probably $12 just for that, and not to mention, their T-shirts can cost $35 for a freaking T-shirt with one color. I mean, it's an exorbitant amount of money to go to these things. This was his Christmas present, and it's a lot. It's a lot of money.
I mean, that's crazy. I just went and watched a wild card playoff game in Dallas, right? Dude, we bought tickets for $350 a piece, good seats. I was like 40 rows up. That's not that much money. And that's at Dallas Stadium, and of course they've got 84,000 people, but come on. That is look, we all know it's making it. I'll tell you what really hurts with that is that you're not have them on some great medical plan and some great life insurance policies. Every single player, if you want to 1099 them or do something, fine, but help them get the best medical coverage in the world and help them get the best life insurance policies in the world and injury policies. That's insane. That's insane.
Well, and a company that big, it's not that hard.
It's not that hard.
Insurance companies,
and it's not like they have that many fighters. There's not that many fighters.
Well, I know, but I'm talking about the organization that runs the whole thing. The marketing and operations and shipping.
I mean, those guys get paid, right? And they get health care.
Well, I don't know, but the point
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they get health care and they get paid and they get retirement.
Group them all together. Company insurance.
Agree.
will bend over backwards with good rates for all.
I mean, how
for
many
the hat.
MMA fighters are there at one time? I'll bet there's not more than 50. Like, they don't just have like a line of 500 fighters that they're paying
That's
for.
true.
Only so many people get in. There's not that many good people. It's like the WSL. There's only 27 people on the circuit. I'll bet in MMA
Right.
be like, if you get in the top 35 or 50, fine. We'll cover it. But like, there's just no way. There's no way there's that many fighters. I'll bet there's 50 to 75 fighters. That's it.
Yeah, and again, I'm all for it. Like, Dana White's a billionaire. I have no problem with that whatsoever. But at some point it comes to
Yeah. People
decency and just straight up respect
could not agree more.
For your fellow man, and it's just he is a greedy bastard. There's just all there is to it. I mean, that's why him and Vince McMahon at WWE get along. WWE has long had the same reputation for them, and
Same
you know,
thing. Same thing. Doesn't
I
pay
have-
well. Doesn't give insurance. 1099.
Well, they pay their top 20,
Of course.
guys exceedingly well. Then after that, there's a steep drop off, and they have to pay for their own travel expenses, their own gear, their own medical, all of that stuff, because they're 1099, and it's an old school way of thinking. Anyway, so
Jake, he accomplished what he wanted to. Jake did.
he did.
Here we are talking.
I mean, so Dana White has put down threats and put down challenges like I'll take cocaine tests, and if I pass,
because
then you
cocaine's
gotta
out
do
of your
this thing.
system in 24 hours. It's like, oh, that's not even a thing. That's ridiculous.
Well,
Of course, I'll take a cocaine test.
I'll be interested. This story's not over. And then he, I don't know if you heard it because this is music. He mentioned Machine Gun Kelly. He said MGK in there. You're trying to start a fight with MGK. Dana White, I guess, is picking on Machine Gun Kelly, who seems to fight with everybody. He's still fighting with Corey Taylor in Twitter, and everybody's on Corey's side, and I will be too. Corey is awesome and good and a real rock star, and Machine Gun Kelly is a doofus. So I will always be Team Corey.
Oh,
Anyway,
I love it. I love
this
it.
is a crazy episode.
What a weird episode. A lot of
But
fun.
we weren't prepared. All we saw was Jake Paul, and he's flaming the fires. This is going to help him get eyeballs, and people are going to pick sides. There are some really hardcore UFC fans. I'm sure they're going to stick up for Dana White. They always do, and it is what it is. I hope Jake Paul shows up at Houston when I'm there. Sort of runs around the place to see what happens.
Please, absolutely. It's all for the show. Well, appreciate you guys all for watching. Let us know what we don't know. Smash that subscribe. Ring that notification bell. That's how you get notified when we're dropping new hot fire. Until next time, everybody, we'll catch you on the next one.